Let's see. Let's see. Hey, everybody. What is up? Welcome back to another Lock Boss live giveaway. We're going to be hooking 5 people up here in just a little bit. So let's see here. What do we got going on? Yep, Showtime, Jenkins Locks. What is up? Let's see here. I'm going to go up top here, say hi. Let's see. Yeah, Everett says, hey, show PJ some Lock Boss love and hit that thumbs up button. Very cool. Thanks, Everett. That's good stuff. Nate says, let's put that on there. You guys are hilarious. My package contained fruit snacks at first, now Rice Krispie treat. Rice Krispie, okay, you got one of those big Rice Krispie treats. Very cool. That's good stuff. We got Mr. Watt Volt Amp in the house, Mr. Video yesterday. Very cool. How's it going, man? I really hope you liked that video yesterday. Lots of views so far, lots of comments. Thank you, guys. As a matter of fact, I know I'm a little behind on the comments. I need to get back after it. So I will be doing that soon here. Let's go and see what else we got going on. G Keyman 565. Let's see. Oh, we got the Lockfather even tuning in all the way from Ocean Shores, Washington. Very cool. You know, as a matter of fact, I was supposed to be going on, my family and Lockfather and my mom were all going to be going on vacation tomorrow, but we had some kids get sick. So we're going to be postponing that for a little bit. So Lockfather, man, have a good time out there. Very cool. So let's see what we got here. Alan from Texas, what's going on? Mr. James Estep, what's up? Very cool. Hey, Jenkins Lock. So, hey, you're going to be getting an email from me this week. I believe I have to look at the, let me look at the schedule. Let's see if I can do 2 things at once while on live. So, yeah, Jenkins Lock. So, yeah, it looks like, it's going to be the 24th of August. So, I'll be emailing you soon to make sure that works. So, very cool. Do 2 things at once. Well, on live. What do you know? Let's see here. Our scrapper daddy took a bucket of locks yesterday. They weren't scrap. Burn them back, taken apart. My brother, James E-Step, my brother's watching. What's up, James E-Step's brother? Let's see here. Mr. Vernon, how's it going? Backs and Locksmiths. Let's see here. Ed Keel, what's up? Oh, we got Mr. Ken Nixon. Hey, I'm still waiting for that invite to come live. Come on. So we got that. Let me see here. So make sure I see everybody. Jenkins Locks, we're wearing the same shirt. Oh man, it might be embarrassing for you, but it's not to me. Now, of course, I'm drinking some Topo Chico. Cheers to all of you out there who are sipping it with me. I tell you what, I know I say this a lot, but a Topo Chico right out of the fridge, nice and cold, absolutely delicious. I don't know what it is, but I'm not really into warm ones. I'll usually pass. But when they're cold, oh my gosh, they're good. Oh man, love them. Love them. This is actually I've been trying to ration myself. This is only my second one today. Oh my gosh, that's good. Let's see here. We have a first time I've been around to get on live. Very cool. R. Henson 22, welcome to the first live. Got Locks NY in the house. What's up? Just flew in the door. I'd like to see that actually, like fly in. Very cool. Hey, Brian's tuning in here. Let's pop this up here. He says, thank you. I won the 500 free code searches. Very cool. Let's see. Jenkins Lock says it works for me. That's good. Yeah, so we'll be getting that email and we'll be good. but me. So we have Leah says, where are you really live? Because I don't see anyone but me and one other. Okay, so good question, Leah. So we're actually streaming live to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So that's what you got going on here. So and you'll see. I mean, I can see all the comments, so that works out. But let's see. Oh, should have texted me if you were online. I would have went live. Loxen, what? Come on now. How about this week? How about this week? You have some time this week? Let's talk. I mean, everybody on the channel needs to see Locks NY's face, van, everything, right? It'd be good. So let's see. All right. So let's talk about a couple things. So this last week, all right, let's start. Last Wednesday, we had the Aloha video. So the cool part about the Aloha video and why we really wanted to record it, because, you know, the attendance out there, I think was about 600 people showed up to the show, right? But there's so many of you who know Aloha, are in the locksmithing business, right? And so it was kind of fun for us to kind of show you around the trade show and maybe kind of feel like maybe you were a part of it a little bit. And that was really the purpose of that video. And Connor did all of the recording on that video as well. So good job, Connor. It all looked really good. So we had that going on. And then, of course, on Friday, right, we did that. So is what we, you know, is what I talked about in the video. And we'll kind of talk about this here for a few minutes. Don't worry, we'll be getting to the giveaway here in just a few minutes. But so I've talked a lot about that. There's no like direct path into this industry, right? I mean, there's not like you're a plumber or electrician where you can go through like this apprenticeship and then you go through the licensing process and all of that kind of stuff. It doesn't even work that way, even in the states that have the licenses. So people from all different areas end up becoming locksmiths for all sorts of different reasons. And it was really fun. It was like a great opportunity for us. I was like, hey guys, we got to show up to Aloha and we need to try to capture a bunch of different people and how they got into the business. And so that's what we did. And being able to share that with you and watch the stories was really so awesome. And on top of that, some of the comments below I saw that where you guys talked about how you got in the business, and even on Facebook, there's some people talking about it. It was really cool. And it really just goes to show how life works, right? I mean, you could be doing some sort of job and this opportunity comes to, you know, learn a different trade, and boom, next thing you know, you've been locksmithing for 20 years. So I think that's really cool. And, you know, I'd really love, though, at the same time, for there to be some easier path into the business. Now, of course, if you're an existing locksmith, you're like, hey, whoa, we don't want a bunch of extra locksmiths coming around. But the truth is that the trade needs constant new people coming into it, right? We need solid quality locksmiths out there doing good work. So to be able to show all that was really fun. So, but yeah, that's the kind of the fun of that. So that video. So trying to look at the comments again. I can't read and talk at the same time for whatever reason, but yeah, so that video was cool, guys. Thanks all for the comments on that. And I've seen some of them. I haven't had a chance to comment on them yet. Do plan to hit some of those up though. But yeah, so we have all that kind of stuff going on. Great video. It was fun to capture that. If any of you are actually watching right now or in the future, thank you for participating in that. So cool to hear your stories and for the bravery to step in front of the camera. Now, so this is what we did tell everybody, at least the ones that I was there when we recorded. I was like, hey, don't worry. Connor only makes bloopers about me, right? No bloopers about you. So all of you who did it, thanks for having the courage to step on in front of the camera and to trust us with putting that out there. So thank you. But let's see here. Okay, all sorts of comments going on. What do we got? Cooking. Let's see. Adam Perkins says the Aloha videos were really good. Thanks, Adam. Really appreciate that. It was really fun to kind of capture, those shows are so quick, right? So kind of give you kind of a quick recap of like what we did. So we all flew in, except for Connor. He had something going on beforehand. So we all flew in on Wednesday. Connor flew in on Thursday. We set up the booth, right? We all went to Universal Studios. So something I always try to do, I bring a team down there. We had 5 of us on this trip. Of course, the Lockfather had to bring him. I was like, come on, my dad loves these trade shows. People love him, so let's bring him. So he came along. It was a lot of fun. But so Wednesday we went to, Thursday we set up the booth. It took, I don't know, till about 2:00. And then at that point, we actually all headed out to Universal Studios. And that's something we try to do. Have a little bit of fun as a team. Wherever we're at. In the past, we went to baseball. Like we went to, when it was in Chicago, we went to a White Sox game. And, it's good to have a little bit of fun, right? It's somewhere different. But then as soon as Friday rolls around, it's like a sprint, right? You're waking up, going to the trade show, doing all that stuff. Next thing you know, it's midnight. You're going to sleep, waking back up, and doing it all over again. So to really capture the time we had there in those videos, I guess is what I'm trying to say is fun for me as well. It's fun to see that, look back at that. If you dig through our videos, right? If you search for like Aloha, you're going to find the video from, when was it? 2019 in Vegas that we did. And that was right when we started getting back into the YouTube stuff. And I just did it all on my phone, right? And you'll see we're in an Uber driving down the road and I'm filming a bunch of stuff. But it's fun to kind of look back and think of the different years that we did it. So it's really fun for all of us. But let's see what we got going on here. Every hero has an origin story. Very, very true. So we got some chat about the Nomad. It's a great machine, right? I was telling JMA, I was like, hey, the Flash came out with the mobile version, the battery version. Is JMA going to be coming out with one too? I don't know. We'll find out. So let's see here. Holding my bloopers back until you had me on live. Yeah. Let's see here. Everyone can pick on me when I go live. Locke said, okay, let's put this up here. Here we go. Everyone can pick on me when I go live. I have thick skin. You know what, Locke said, why? For all the nail comments you give me and picking on me, who knows? They might come after you a little bit, but they'll be nice. They will be nice. So here we go. Here's a good one. Everett says, hey, PJ, what is something you learned at the Aloha convention? That's a really good question. I would say, some of the most meaningful things for me at the convention is really a two-part, okay? One is being able to, sorry, I was reading comments at the same time. But one is obviously being able to connect with all of you who go there, to be able to see customers face to face, shake hands, say thank you, meet new ones. I really enjoy that, okay? The other side is I really enjoy having more interactions with vendors, okay, manufacturers. And probably the most meaningful thing that happened that I learned at the show was I got to have a little sit down with a manufacturer that we're currently not selling their products. And we had a great conversation, and I actually got an email from them today, and it's looking like we're going to start selling this new manufacturer's line of products. They're a very well-known manufacturer, very well-respected, great products. And like I told them, I was like, hey, listen, you know what? This is who we are. I know who you are. If we can make something work, I know our customers would absolutely love it. And looks like they agreed, So, something kind of weird I'll talk about here for a few minutes is manufacturers and distributors have like this weird relationship, right? Like a lot of times manufacturers are like, hey, we don't really want to sell to more people because, we don't want you to take business from other distributors is kind of the conversation that a lot of times happens, right? Now, I started doing this in 2004. There's been a lot of distributor companies that have been around before I was even born, right? So, of course, they want to protect their existing customers. At the same time, I'm pitching them as to why it would be good for them and for our customers to start selling this product. So it's kind of this weird thing, but hopefully it'll all work out. And then soon, hopefully we'll announce it. So we'll see how it goes. So far, so good. But let's see here. Got some comments. Goober in the Uber. Next time we're in Florida, you need it. NASA, that'd be cool. That's a good one, actually. If we had way more time, I contemplated taking my family down there and like staying an extra week or something. But we just didn't. The timing didn't work for everybody. So let's see here. Let's keep going through the comments and we'll get to the live giveaway here. PJ, call JMA and let them know the 1646 keys are too wide for the newer keyways. William C. Do you have so a little fun fact, I think I can share this, but JMA makes the original 1646 and 1646 keys are, okay? They actually make the OEM keys. So I'd be really interested in what is not working properly with that. So if you could, William C., if you have pictures or a little bit more information, send it to sales@clksupplies.com. Attention, PJ. And I have a scheduled call with JMA tomorrow morning, actually, and I'll talk to him about it. How about that? Let's see if we can get to the bottom of it. Everything I learn at shows tells me 10 of the things I need to learn. Very true. Let's see here. Gumdrop. Alex says, any interest in 3D printing for locksmiths? What do you mean by that? Like them printing 3D stuff or having 3D stuff printed? I'd be interested to know what you mean by that. Let's see. Hey, Carl Lewis says, I just made a key blank order. Looks like you're adding new ones. Carl, thank you. Thank you for the business. Yeah, so we're adding keys in particular products weekly. I mean, all the time we're continuing to add. So happy saw that. Very cool. Very cool. And of course, thank you always for the business. I know you give us a lot of business. Thank you for that. Let's see what else we got going on. So 3D printed key guides for the leashy clippers. That sounds cool. Sounds really cool. Let's see. Show. Okay. Alina says, yeah, it's my first show to attend. Love meeting you all. Yeah, us too. That's very cool. I'd love to know. What did you think? So I know, and I plan to have a low on here again to talk about the show, right? Kind of the after show. We did the before. It'd be fun to kind of do the after, get their perspective. Be fun to know. So let's see here. Question, how do I enter the giveaway? Very easy. It's actually super easy and free. Just comment on our videos we put out. Comment on them and include the hashtag LockBoss. That's it. And you could be a lucky winner. Let's see here. Here's a question. What machines, programmers does Country Lock and Key use the most? So Country Lock and Key, that's my dad's business, the Lock Fathers, that I worked at as a kid growing up. I can answer this one. He has 3 Smart Pros with UTPs on them, because this is the deal, like I've talked about many times. If you're going to use a Smart Pro, man, you got to have that UTP. It becomes reasonable, but you also have to have the volume, right? Which he does. He does have the volume. So he has those. And then I believe he has a couple iKey 820s. So I think he kind of uses those. So, he has his techs out in the field and he keeps just backup iKey 820s in the shops to kind of cover some of the popular stuff. I think that's, and of course he has like a ton of the older stuff, like the NGS, darts. He may even still have a old MVP Pro or T-Code Pro laying around as well. So That's what he has. And I guess the only reason he doesn't have any Auto Pro pads is because, I mean, he has the Smart Pros, right, with UTPs on them. So having a couple machines is kind of harder to, I don't know. I mean, there's a case for it, but yeah, so that's kind of what he has. And I've talked to him about maybe getting an Auto Pro pad just to check it out, but it's kind of hard when you have 3 Smart Pros and you have several different people using them. The hardest part, right, is like you want everyone to be on the same page, talking the same thing. So when you have a bunch of different programs, that's that's kind of the deal. So okay, another comment here. Oh my gosh, I don't know, Loxen, why you've been Googling or what, man? What? Let's see here. I'll put it up here. Products. CLK Supplies offered 3D products and files for locksmiths would be amazing. Alex, that's an interesting point. How'd you feel about talking to me about that? If you want to talk to me about, I'd love to actually talk to you about that, like this week or something. Send us an email at sales@CLK Supplies, attention PG with your phone number, and I'll call you. Is in the hey, Connor's in here. Connor, what's up, man? Let me put you up there. He says the Luckfather goes big on machines. That's very true. Very true. Okay, let's lock down why. That's a good question. So what's up with PJ's rubber stamps? So I guess so my dad, of course, is a locksmith, right? My mom helped him. You know, I need to get my mom on here, right? Spill some dirt on the Lockfather. But so my mom worked in the shops for many years growing up as a kid, right? It was a lot of times I remember it'd be, you know, my dad would be out doing jobs and I'd be in there with my mom and cutting keys, helping customers, that kind of stuff. Real typical small business stuff, right? And she also, though, had her own side business, right? I don't know. Let's not call it a side business. It was her full-time business. And she made rubber stamps. And for whatever reason, she named the business PJ's Rubber Stamps. So I've been actually, Lux and I've been asking her for royalties for using my name, actually. And I haven't got anywhere with that. But no. So she manufactures rubber stamps. Like bank deposit stamps, address stamps. She does a lot of work with banks and other stuff. So good. Oh, Connor, I got you, man. Putting you on there. Yeah, that's Connor's YouTube channel there. He actually just put out his own YouTube video recently about some stuff he got going on. So look him up if you would like. But good stuff, man. Wasn't Red Worms. Nope. Wasn't Red Worms. So yeah, that's the story of PJ's Rubber Stamps. But anyways, guys, man, we've been rambling on here for a while. Very cool. You always need at least 2 machines. Smart Pros don't always work right. That's true. I mean, that's true. But yeah, so we got that going on. So the last thing I wanted to talk about, then we're going to get to the live giveaway, is on Monday, yesterday. I don't know why. I feel like it's Wednesday today or something. But so Mr. Volt Amp, right? He came up, had a visit, and this is one of the 2 videos we recorded with him, and he wanted to give the Smart Pro a try. Now, all of my machines and everything we had was actually on the way to Aloha, right? It was shipped in a container. I haven't even gotten them back yet. So I was checking in with the freight company today. I was like, hey, you guys going to bring that stuff back? But anyway, so we ended up just scrambling together really quick at the Lockfather's lock shop, used his stuff to program a key. And of course, there was a problem with that Prox remote. What the heck? You know, it was like one of those, you know, Mr. Volt Amp did a great job programming that for the first time and going through. He liked it. And, but of course, one of the buttons didn't work. Of course, right? We have this one shot real quick. We had to get it together, real life, and the button didn't work. So that was a bummer. It's kind of funny. I was kind of like, when we got done, we're like, man, what do we do? You know, like it was just actually for, just for the video, right? That was just his rental car that he had. So we didn't want to dig too far into it, but it's like, man, it kind of want to make you play with it a little more, figure out what was going on. But you guys had a whole bunch of different good stuff going on. And thank you for the kind words to him. That was having me over the corner. You can see the camera work wasn't great. I was wobbling around there a little bit, but he did a great job. And of course, it's hard having me sitting there right on him. So, and George Blair makes a good point with checking the frequencies on those GM procs. So that's good stuff. So we got, let's see here. So that was a great video. And Connor did a great job on that thumbnail on that. So a lot of that stuff, I don't really see until it actually goes live. So it's kind of fun to see his creative stuff he has going on. But, love it. Anyways, shall we get on to the giveaway? Why not? Let's do it. All right. Now, one of you is going to be winning this. I saw they posted on social media. This Mortis cylinder cam kit. This is over $100, right? Let me open it up here, show you guys. Now, of course, this is just one of the many items, right? But you can kind of see here all sorts of different tail pieces, which is nice for Adams Rite, standard cam, all that kind of funny stuff. One thing I want to talk about with cams for a minute, actually, and I should probably do a video on this. When it comes to cam locks, and Mortis cylinder cams, okay? On the back of Panic hardware, right? A lot of times they actually use this offset cam, right? And it has 2 prongs on it like this. And it's what they use for different functions like the night latch function and stuff like that. And so a lot of times you're going to, if you need to replace one of those Mortis cylinders, okay, you're going to need to reuse that cam, which depending on if you're buying the GMS cylinders from us or the Ilco cylinders from us, you're not going to have a problem. But sometimes you have to actually mess up. You have to modify a little bit to get that. You have to actually, reading the comments, sorry. You actually have to modify it a little bit to get it to fit, okay? Now, GMS, okay, since GMS makes Mortis cylinders and stuff, they don't have any of those offset cams, all right? Now, we do stock and sell them, okay? So you can look on the website, you can check them out. Pretty expensive. We stock a lot of them because it seems like when people buy them, they buy a lot. Kind of like the Call 5, the COL 5. Is there any in here? No, it's just a cam kit. But the Mortis cylinder threads on the back of different applications where they're not screwed or just twisted on the back, where the set screw put in to hold them, just like those. When they do sell them, or when we do sell them, when we sell those suckers 100, 150 of them at a time to people, now I'm using them. So that's good stuff. Let's see here. Oh, hey, check this out. We got FRA 366P, purchased my frame in 2 from you yesterday, and Ian did a great job. Friendly service. Can't wait for it to get here. Thank you very much. Honestly, thank you. Great to hear. Ian's a good guy. Ian's a really good guy. So let's see here. Let's see. Waiting for me to spill them? What the heck? Up we got Bozeman Locksmith checking in. Fritz Bookman, what's up? Very cool. So, yeah, guys, so that's kind of what we have going on. We're going to be giving this away along with a bunch of other stuff. Sometimes we like to show you random stuff that we're giving away. Sometimes we like to keep it a secret, hoping you're going to post some videos or pictures, show everybody. It's kind of fun that way, fun interacting. So, good stuff. So, yeah, that's what we got going on, and it's time. Let's get to the giveaway. Let's hook 5 people up today. And then, I don't have one. I should have grabbed one of those safety vests we got going on this month. So put in an order of, let's see, 180 or more, and we hook you up with a really nice safety vest. So it has Lock Boss on it. It's pretty sweet. So it's always great, right? I mean, something you might want to consider actually is if you do a lot of work in a commercial area, right? Like how many times, like when you're doing a front door or a back door on a building, there's traffic going in and out, putting a safety, I mean, it's good to always have a company shirt on, right? Something that identifies you, but it's also good to maybe pop like that Lock Boss safety vest on. And it really lets people know that you're actually working on the door, right? And they're not going to interrupt you or look at you, think you're rude or want you to, do weird things. So something to keep in mind. So let's see. That's cool. Oh, Gumby got his frame in 2 parts a few days ago. Thank you, Gumby. Very cool. Yep, it says it's like a pin kit if it's not closed until it is latched everywhere. Very true. All right, guys, so here we go. So I got the 5 winners right here. Let me go over the rules, make sure we're all on the same page, and we're going to hook you up. Here we go. All right, so these are the rules. Here's how it works. So each and every week, we post videos on YouTube. When you comment on those videos and include the hashtag LockBoss, you automatically get entered in to win one of 5 free prizes we give away each and every week. Okay, guys, we've been doing this for almost a year. We're well over $30,000 of stuff we've given away. All right, so we're playing for keeps. All right, we're playing for keeps. We want to hook you all up because you guys do important work. Right, you guys do important work, and we want to recognize that by hooking you up. Okay, so that's how it works. So this is how it works. So every week, Monday through Sunday, when we post those videos, okay, comment on them, include the hashtag LockBoss. That following Tuesday, like today, we announce the 5 winners of the previous week. Now, if I call your name out, you want to make sure that you email us at sales@clksupplies.com or call us at 800-848-6989. And we're going to get your shipping address correct just because, it's YouTube and people put, they don't always use their real name, or we just want to make sure we got the address set right. And we're going to hook you up. It's really that simple. It's been a lot of fun. So let's see here. So we got that. All right. So the winners here. Oh, got them right here. Good stuff. I haven't looked at them. They were just put on the desk here just a few minutes before we went live. Let me. Okay. This week's winners are winner number 1 is. Oop, grab 2 there. Grab 1. Curly Q 1269. I think it's going to be blurry holding it up there. Yeah. So let me go and just type this in real quick. So congratulations, Curly Q 1269. Curly Q 1269. All right. Congratulations. Winner number 2 is Mike S. Mike S. Congratulations. Let me type this in here. Yes. Very cool. There we go. Oh, I've been doing a drum roll. What the heck? Here we go. Drum roll number 3 is Thomas Rucker. Thomas Rucker. Congratulations. I'm going to get that typed in here. There we go. Patrick Allen, what's up? Winner number 4 is All Makes Remotes. Congratulations. Very cool. Let's get this typed in here. All right. And winner number 5, last but not least, and I believe I saw him live on here, which is really cool, is Everett C. Valux. Hopefully I said that right. Everett, congratulations. Very cool. Let me get this typed in here. All right. Let me hit the button here. There we go. Just popped them all up there. Congratulations, all 5 winners this week. Make sure you email us at sales@clksupplies.com or call us 800-848-6989. We're going to hook all 5 of you up. Very cool. Let's see here. Let me just scroll through here before we end this here. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, here it says Bears Back says, here, if you don't have ID like a vest, you'll get shot. I'd wear a vest. Good. Oh, man, that's tough. Patrick Allen says, sometimes it doesn't matter Some people will try to go through while you're working on 100%, right? 100%. But hopefully at least you'll be able to, with having some sort of identifiable vest on, the gentlemen out there, the ladies and the gentlemen will be courteous about that. So needs to have, please use other door on the back. Hey, George Blair, that's a good one, man. Let's pop that up there. Look at that. Needs to have, please use it. That's good. I like that. Oh, good stuff, everybody. Well, hey, thank you for tuning in this week and for all the comments. And we will see you all next week. We have some great videos coming out. Okay, good video tomorrow. Another really good video with the Lockfather coming out this Friday. And I believe the Lockfather is going to be on with us next week. All right. So we'll be able to talk about some different things, talk about his Universal Studios adventures and what happened in the hotel lobby. Be very interesting. You guys will like it. All right. Everybody, stay safe. Have a great evening, and we will see you all next week. Take care.